sometimes the most painful part of graduation is what comes after it. Mohan learned that the hard way. The day he received his engineering degree, his father stood at the back of the auditorium holding a small garland, pride shining in his eyes. 76%, he proudly told everyone in the neighborhood. My son scored 76%. For his family, that degree meant security, a stable job, a better life, a future finally changing. And honestly, Mohan believed it too. He had worked hard for years, late nights debugging code, expensive textbooks his family could barely afford, hours spent mastering Java, Python, and SQL. He thought all that hard work would guarantee success. But 2 weeks after graduation, reality hit him. His first rejection email arrived. "Thank you for applying." A simple sentence, but it felt heavy. Then another rejection came, then another. And after that, silence. Applications disappeared without replies. Calls never came back. Months passed. Everywhere he went, companies asked the same question. Do you have experience? And every time he heard it, one thought echoed inside him. How can a fresher get experience if nobody gives him a chance? Still, he never complained. He simply folded his resume, left the building quietly, and waited at another bus stop heading home. Slowly, the pressure inside his house changed. His mother pretended not to notice he was eating less. His father stopped speaking proudly to neighbors. And Mohan stopped speaking about his future at all. 9 months later, he wasn't just unemployed. He was exhausted, not physically, mentally. He began believing something dangerous, that maybe he wasn't talented enough. Maybe his degree meant nothing. Maybe success simply wasn't meant for people like him. One evening, sitting alone on the terrace, staring at the city lights, he called his friend, Priya. "I don't know what I'm doing wrong," he admitted. There was silence for a moment. Then Priya said something that changed his life. "Mohan, maybe the door you're knocking on was never meant for you. Maybe you need to build your own." That sentence stayed in his mind all night. The next morning, something changed. For the first time in months, Mohan didn't open job portals. Instead, he went back to something he truly loved, building small web tools. Back in college, he had created an attendance tracker that professors actually used. But somewhere along the way, he buried that passion under the pressure of finding a real job. So he started again. He created a freelance profile. His first project paid only 800 rupees. Not a huge amount. But when the client replied, "Great work, exactly what I needed," something inside Mohan came back to life. Not confidence, belief. He took another project, then another. Slowly, he started rebuilding himself. At the same time, he started a small YouTube channel teaching coding concepts in Tamil for students struggling with English tutorials. His first video got only 43 views, but he kept uploading. Quietly, consistently, without validation. Months later, things slowly began changing. His freelance income crossed 15,000 rupees, then 30,000. His YouTube channel crossed 10,000 subscribers. Students started messaging him, "Anna, I finally understood coding because of your video." For the first time in a long time, Mohan felt useful again. Then one unexpected opportunity changed everything. A startup from Chennai discovered his GitHub profile and contacted him. They didn't ask his percentage. They didn't care how many interviews he had failed. They gave him one live coding problem. Mohan solved it in 12 minutes, and he got the job. On his first day at the office, he wore the same shirt he once wore to hopeless walk-in interviews. But this time, everything felt different. His manager shook his hand and smiled. "We've been looking for someone like you." And at that moment, Mohan realized something powerful. Rejection is not proof that you are worthless. Sometimes the world simply fails to recognize your value immediately. Sometimes life delays you because it is preparing you for a different path. That evening, Mohan called his father. "Appa, I got the job, permanent role, good salary." There was silence on the other side. Then came a slow breath, the sound of a father finally letting go of 2 years of worry. "Good," his father said softly. Just one word. But Mohan understood everything hidden inside it. Later that night, Mohan sat once again on the same terrace where he once felt hopeless. This time, he opened his laptop and started writing. What to do when you can't find a job after graduation? He wrote it for the version of himself who used to sit silently at bus stops holding folded resumes. Because now he understood something college never teaches. Your degree matters. Your skills matter. But the most important skill of all is the ability to keep going even when life gives you no reason to. Some people wait for opportunities. Others create them. And sometimes, the path that breaks you first becomes the path that builds you forever.